Hello, listeners. Before we begin, just a quick note. This scenario, like the game itself, is entirely fictional and intended for entertainment purposes. It contains supernatural and exaggerated elements inspired by the absurdity and the horror of wartime propaganda, pulp adventure, and vampire cinema. That said, the events of the 10th of May, 1941 are very real and very strange. What exactly happened that night remains one of the more curious and contested episodes of the Second World War. We've taken considerable liberties, but if this story sparks your interest, we sincerely encourage you to explore the real history behind it, because, as so often happens, the truth is far stranger and darker than any fiction. Now, on to the episode.
Excuse me, has anybody seen my chicken nuggets? They were just right on my plate. Oh, I thought they were, mine. Sorry.
You stole your sister's chicken nuggets. Well, you know the rules in this house. Tilly, roll me a d20 for punishment.
Okay.
My Daughter's Keeper presents Get Hess, a scenario for Eat the Reich. Episode 2 of Cryptid Cats and Casualties. The Catsith stops a few yards from the crater's rim, stalking low, its back arched with anticipation. It doesn't flee, it watches. This isn't prey behavior, it's territorial. Somewhere deep in Crater's cold brainstem, a warning bell rings. Not of danger, but a challenge. The thing lets out a sound. Not a hiss and not a meow, but a wordless, bone-dry rasp, like old parchment being torn in half.
Is it like one of those, like, big cat people?
It's not a cat person. It's some kind of bizarre-looking cat, though. It looks pretty angry.
Is it because I have weapons and they don't?
Well, you're getting your weapons out of your coffin, your drop coffin. It attempts to threaten you. And pulls at the air.
Definitely a cat. Definitely a cat.
It looks unhappy, and you suddenly realize there's another one coming out from the tree behind it.
I wish I was there with you. You're nearby.
What are you going to do?
Jump off? No, I'm gonna quickly grab everything and just go onto the box.
Yep.
Just jump on there.
Yeah, you're going to jump on.
But you know
Jump
you
up on.
just fall off, like jumping on it. Just jump.
You're going to jump up onto the coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do then? You've got a higher position. You can see these things. There's definitely only two of them.
Okay.
But they're both slowly creeping towards your position, making these.
Can I grab a bazooka? I'm not gonna fight. I'm just gonna threaten with it.
You're just going to point your bazooka, your Panzerfaust at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. In that case, give me a terrify roll.
Terrifying.
So 3. You get to roll 3.
5, 4.
That's 2 regular success. Yeah, that's 3 regular success. So
Yay.
yeah. What else are you doing? You're pointing your Panzerfaust at it. And is that it? You just.
I'm just gonna say, no, 9. Stop there. 9. 9. 9. 9.
and they look at you. They do stop, and they sort of cock their heads, continue pulling the air at you angrily. What's Verdi doing at this point?
I'm
Eating popcorn.
no, I'm going to find her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's you can hear this happening with your animal senses. You can pick this up happening. Now you can choose to try and come up stealthily, or you can just burst in. How do you want to approach the situation?
Well, you burst in till you scare them all.
Make the loudest noise ever until they run off.
Ooh,
Make it really loud.
By throwing a bomb into nowhere.
Why not?
Actually,
Throw it.
wait, I
Fine.
got an idea what makes a noise. Screaming's the top of my lungs.
so you want to try and scare them off, yeah?
Yeah, by screaming.
All right. You can make me a terrify roll, so you can roll 4d6.
Dare you?
Okay.
But I only have
How many?
4, 6, 2, 1.
Ooh.
I mean,
Well,
a 5.
you got no
4, 5, 6, 2.
Ooh. So you got 2 regular success and 1 critical success. Right. What do? How are you going to try and scare these things off?
Banshee.
Zvergi barrels through the pine trees like a shrieking banshee strapped to a rocket sled, her war cry an unholy blend of rage, panic, and something that might have once been a battle hymn. The sound tears through the woods like shattered glass, raw, primal, and utterly unnatural. The cat siths, those feline cryptid horrors, pause just long enough to process the impossible noise, their ears flattening, their tails lashing in alarm, and then, as if touched by a sudden divine terror, they turn and vanish into the undergrowth like smoke in a gale, fleeing deeper into the forest's blackened heart. The clearing stills for a brief moment, and even the birds forget to breathe.
Yeah. Because that's the only thing I can ever understand about using my items.
Yeah, you definitely seem to scare these things off.
You know you didn't have to scream like that.
It's not my fault you look like you was in danger.
I had the bazooka.
You literally blew up the whole forest then.
True, and also I only have one detonator.
Yes, that's the only option I had.
Ooh. However, this has not gone unnoticed.
I told you to not scream like that. Do you want me to use my bomb or not?
That'd probably be better.
Through the jagged weave of pine and shadow, the Gellhorn twins' crimson eyes catch it. 2 slivers of artificial light cutting through the dark like surgical blades. Headlights, edging down the forest road with the patience of someone who knows they're already too late. The vehicle rolls to a stop, engine idling. Then the click of a door opening, a creak, a slam, silence. You hear the footsteps long before you see him, measured, deliberate, boots crushing needles and frostbitten undergrowth. Whoever it is, they're moving with caution, but not stealth. This is a man who thinks he's in control. A silhouette breaks the tree line, broad-shouldered, tool-helmeted, a torch cutting shallow cones through the black. A uniformed officer, one man, alone. He must have heard Zvergi scream, and now he's walking straight into the hungry dark to investigate.
Uh-oh.
Let's have search rolls from the pair of you.
6, 6, 5.
Oh, wow. 2 crits and a regular.
5 2.
So that's 1 regular success.
Kreatur's sharp eyes track the figure as he moves through the trees. Measured steps, torch beam dancing across bark and bramble. The constable's movements are careful, deliberate, but not military. Not trained for this. It's Zvergi, crouched low behind a splintered trunk, who picks out the finer details. The officer's fit, broad-chested, and upright, But there's a stiffness to his gait, the kind that comes with age and years of walking town pavements rather than forest trails. His uniform is neat and clean, no dirt under the nails, no scratch marks on his boots. This is a man more used to giving directions to tourists and telling off teenagers than chasing shadows through pine-stained gloom. He sweeps his torch left, then right, breath fogging slightly in the cold air. He's not scared yet, but he should be.
Oh, we don't like police. I have one for my life. But first, I'm gonna warn her. We have weapons. We need blood.
You can see him turning his torch around in the dark. Who's there? I know there's somebody out there. I heard you. Show yourselves, or you'll be in trouble.
Nein, danke. Nein, danke. Nein, danke.
Who's there?
Just one, sister, just one.
Don't worry, police officer. There's nothing to worry about. My bazooka out. I say this with my bazooka out.
Just don't do it. Please don't do it.
Do you want to shoot the policeman with a bazooka?
No, I'm just pointing it where
How about I just give you my bomb without detonating it so you can actually throw it?
I'm just gonna point it at him.
You do realize you have other weapons, right?
Yeah, but the bazooka is more. It shows that I'm not kidding, and it will immediately kill them. Can I use my spear if it gets any more closer?
Tell you what, give me a sneak roll.
6, 3,
Ooh.
9.
Well, that's one. That's one extreme.
Yeah.
That's one double success. Okay. So what are you doing? You can sneak around him. But what are you going to do?
I'm going to throw it near his toes so he gets scared.
You just want to scare him off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I put him in his feet if I try not to get his toes.
Well, seeing as that was a critical success, you get 2 actions here. So you manage to sneak around him, and you throw the spear.
And it gets
And
me.
it does. It lands right at his feet. Doing. Ooh!
There's a sudden whisper of movement, too fast, too clean. Sergei's arm arcs with terrifying precision, and the great spear whistles through the night like a predator uncoiling. It lands with a bone-shaking thrum, its shaft vibrating in the earth just inches in front of the constable's polished boots. He freezes and lets out a sharp, unexpectedly high-pitched yelp. Not quite a scream, but far too delicate for someone supposedly in command of the situation. He stumbles back half a step, wide-eyed, the torch beam now jittering wildly across the trees. From the shadows, the younger twin slips into striking range. Silent, poised, a nightmare in waiting. But she doesn't pounce, not yet. Her head tilts, eyes flicking sideways. Waiting, watching. Because whatever comes next, it starts with her sister.
He's scared, but now he's looking for where it came from.
No!
My perfect plan. I want to drink his blood.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay.
And then I get with the evidence.
How do you want to go about trying to get at this policeman?
Okay, right. Because I still technically have a bazooka out, I'm gonna put it away.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
You just guess at him.
I'm guessing the forest is probably gonna be quite dark with the flashlight and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a single beam. He can only just see what he's doing.
Okay, right. So I'm gonna get in the blind spot and just fight.
Give me a sneak roll to begin with.
If you make it seconds, don't then I just do my wait.
Oh yeah.
3. 3. Why do you never use your best rolls?
0. Wait, no, that's 6.
Mhm.
Sorry, so 6, 5.
So that's 1 crit and 1 regular success, right? Which gives you 3 actions. Okay. That's your sneak.
Okay. Okay.
Right? So you have got the ability. You've got the chance now to do exactly what you want.
Okay.
Cray moves like a whisper between the trees, a shadow sliding through the blind spot of the constable's swaying torchlight. His focus is still on the spear, his breath shallow, his body frozen in fight or flight confusion. Zvergi watches from the tree line, her eyes gleaming, half feral amusement, half hunger. She doesn't move. She doesn't have to. Cray closes the final distance in a heartbeat. One fluid lunge, and she is upon him, arms wrapped around his shoulders, weight pulling him backwards as her fangs sink deep into the soft flesh beneath his jaw. The flashlight drops, landing with a muttered crunch in the pine needles as his cries turn to garbled gasps. There's no heroic struggle, no shouted warning, just the muffled thrashing of boots in moss and the wet, rhythmic sound of blood and breath leaving the body. Then silence. The trees seem to lean in, listening.
And because it's a crit, you get the success,
Yep.
and you get to take. I assume you want to drain him, don't you?
Yeah.
And then when it's drained, then I hit the body.
Roll one dice.
Oh, 1 dice.
Yeah, just roll one.
Use the one I haven't used yet. Sorry.
All right. You drain him for 3 blood. And then rip his head off to make sure he doesn't come back to life.
Yay! Violence!
Cray sits back slowly, breathing steadily, eyes half-lidded in something that's not quite satisfaction, but close. She remains astride the body, her weight pinning it to the soft pine-laced earth. The constable's chest no longer rises. His blood, still warm, slicks her jewel and collarbone, staining the air with the scent of iron. And then it hits her. Like fire and ice, the surge, the rush, the life-blood of the living flooding her veins like lightning in reverse, reawakening ancient muscle and instinct. She blinks, and for a moment the world sharpens. The scent of sap and rot, the distant rustle of a squirrel watching in terrified stillness, the subtle tension in Zvergi's jaw as she watches her sister feed. This power, this clarity, it hasn't been hers for decades, and now it feels like home.
Now that's how it's done, sis. How it's done.
That's, I wonder. Wait, because she ripped off his head, can I finish off the blood?
No, she's trained him.
Oh, you little pig.
I don't know. I should have been the gut. No.
However,
While Cray lingers over the still-warm corpse, eyes aglow with stolen vitality, Zvergi's gaze lifts beyond her sister. Her nostrils flare. Something's wrong. Not with Cray, not with the kill, but with the silence all around them. It's no longer empty. It's watching. She turns slowly, the pines twitching, the undergrowth stirs. Shapes slink in between the trees, low, sinuous, many-eyed. Familiar shapes. The catsits have returned. Whatever terror had driven them off before has faded, replaced by something far stronger. Hunger. They creep through the mist like shadows peeled loose from nightmares, their eyes glinting green gold, tails twitching with anticipation. The scent of blood, fresh, human, and powerful, has overridden what little fear they once held. Zvergi watches as the audience returns, and this time they're not just watching.
Throw the head at them. Here you go. Your lunch.
No. Can I run to my spear?
Either mode.
all right, yeah, you can run for it, grab it, but if you're going to throw it, you're going to have to give me a roll.
No, I'm not gonna throw. I'm gonna like trying to protect myself
Okay.
by going near him. Like going near. Can I grab the torch as well? Because he has a torch.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
pick up the policeman's torch.
I'd be a bit bloody. I shined it at whatever I hear. I shine it at it.
All you seem to highlight is the green glowing eyes of one of these cat things.
Oh, no. Mo, do you threaten again? Please do it. Okay. It's a bazooka out again. Can I just show my teeth? 'Cause my teeth are going to be bloody. Just show my teeth.
Hey, give me a terrify roll.
Yay! Like, I haven't ate anything, so can you please save the blood for me? 3.
Nah, that's not going to do anything.
No.
Cray rises to her feet, blood still slick on her lips, and fixes the closest catsith with a cold, predatory glare. Her voice is low, guttural, half growled threat, half ancient instinct, full of fang. But the creature doesn't flinch. It pauses, and then steps forward. The shadows ripple across its lean, panther-like form as it begins to stalk its target. Shoulders low, haunches tense, tail slicing the air with measured intent. Its eyes blink in sequence, unblinking their hunger. The intimidation had no effect. If anything, it seems to have confirmed what the creature suspected. There's blood to be had. The catsith coils now, muscles rippled beneath its matted, unnatural fur. It's no longer watching. It's aiming.
Throw it. Throw it.
You going to throw your spear at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Near it, but not actually hit it. Like, in front of its feet or legs.
That'll be a shoot roll then.
I have
2, 4.
That's one regular success. You're going to throw your spear at it. Roll me 1 dice and let's see what you actually do.
A 6.
Ooh.
There's a sharp snap of movement. No warning, no cry. Just the whisper of the pine needles as Vergi's arm snaps forward, and the great spear sails through the gloom like divine judgment. The catsith barely registers the threat before it lands. The weapon strikes true, its heavy iron tip punching through the black, bristled hide with the sickening crunch. The creature lets out a strangled, warbling shriek as the shaft drives it backwards, pinning it like a monstrous insect to the forest floor. It thrashes, fur and limbs writhing in pain and rage, but it's not going anywhere. The earth drinks deep of the wound. The spear stands proud, quivering like the final stroke of a grim exclamation mark.
And because you got a crit there,
Mm-hmm.
you can get a bonus action for that. And if you want to go and drain it, you can drain it. But this creature will only give you 1 blood.
That's not fair. No, take it. At least I got something to eat.
Zvergi steps forward, boots crunching softly over pine needles, and grips the shaft of her spear. The catsith beneath her twitches once, and then stills completely. She kneels without ceremony, fangs bared, and sinks them into the creature's throat. The taste is strange, hot, musky, tinged with something otherworldly, but the essence is the same. Life, stolen and devoured. As the blood pours into her, she feels the flicker of power ignite in her limbs. A lesser flame than her sister's earlier feast, but enough. Enough to sharpen the edge, enough to stand taller. She rises, wiping her mouth with the back of her hand. Across the clearing, Cray watches. Their eyes lock. No words, just that shared, bone-deep understanding only twins forged in violence can know. This is it. No more planning, no more running. This is as strong as they'll be. Just enough power, just enough fury, just enough of them left to finish what they started. They turn together towards the dark cut of the estate's access road. One final breath, one shared look. It's time to get Hess. And that concludes another episode of Get Hess, my little Eat the Reich scenario. We hope you've enjoyed the carnage, and that your thirst for pulpy horror and undead mayhem is far from quenched. As ever, we'd like to raise a glass, preferably filled with something red and suspicious, to our friends at G3 Toys and Western Supermare. They've been a huge part of fueling our tabletop madness, and we are delighted to keep dedicating this vampiric romp to Kev and the whole G3 team. Whether you're after dice, rulebooks, board games, or just a community of fellow weirdos to roll with, go check them out online or in person. Seriously, they've got more character sheets than Dracula's got enemies. Until next time, stay sharp, stay out of the sunlight, and don't trust anyone offering free Snizzle.